Hello, my name is Heidi Foster, and I'm going to talk about my personal teaching philosophy. When it comes to my current philosophy, it has changed drastically, especially over the last couple of months. When I originally thought about what my teaching style was, I think it's been so different now that I'm actually in the classroom, and part of that is just with the help of my mentor teacher, as well as other teachers in the building who I've learned so much from. But a bigger part of that is just knowing the students, getting to know the students, and really understanding who am I as a teacher and what do I have to offer to these specific students. Lesson planning has changed so much because now I actually know who the individual students are that might need some extra help or accommodations, and I know what works for them and what really doesn't work for them. So that's been a really big change just over the last couple months, and even really over the last month, just really knowing who my students are and how I can best serve them. And I think that goes directly in line with the Christian worldview and how that fits into my role as a teacher. I think the fundamentals of being a good educator and the ethics code, all of that really, I think, fits right in line with biblical teachings and the things that I've learned as being a Christian, and knowing that my worth and the students' worth comes in who created them and not what they are able to do. Along with that, it's really important for me to remember that they're going to have their different strengths and weaknesses, and for some that will show very obviously in their work, and for others a big part of that is just getting to know who they are. So I think having compassion and kindness and understanding, and along with that, being able to admit when I'm wrong so that they're willing to admit when they're wrong. I think especially when it comes to first graders, just as much as we're teaching them, math and English, we're also teaching them how to grow and how to become one day functioning adults who can contribute to society. And for some, that means that they will use the math tools and English tools that they've learned. And for others, that means that they'll use the deeper lessons that they've learned. So I think it's just so important for me to remember that everything I do can have meaning. It just might impact different kids in different ways. So the biggest thing with that is, I think in conflict resolution times, really thinking about, what do I want them to be able to do when they're older? What can I do now that will be important for them one day and will be important for them even now, and both at school and at home, or in their future jobs, in their future classrooms. So that's been a big thing that I've really tried to recognize and pay close attention to. And then when it comes to technology in the classroom, all of the students have their own iPads at school, so we do use technology quite a bit. We mostly use it for just adding to the lessons rather than being a big part of the lesson. So I'll incorporate the iPads to do books on Epic where they get free choice. So maybe we're talking about the planets and they can look up something that involves planets but find the book that appeals most to them. And then the other thing is we use a math program called Zearn that directly aligns with the math that we're doing. So the kids kind of have the opportunity to play some games and just kind of check out from the classroom in a sense, where they just get something a little different. So that has been, I think, really important to just differentiating the learning, which has been great because we have one student who's not really doing first grade math. She's more in line with kindergarten math, but with Zearn, we can make that meet her needs. So it's been a really helpful way to meet the kids where they're at, give them free choice, and still be able to track their progress and make sure that they're doing the things that they should be doing to learn more about the lesson.